Hello, I'm Chef Walter Staib. Today in A Taste of History, we're here in Thomas Jefferson's Monticello, so stay with me to sample this true taste of history. Everything that I make here obviously has a lot of sentimental issues to it because we know that Thomas Jefferson requested them from his cooks. He fell in love. For instance, the first dish we're making today is a white bean soup that we know for a fact was one of his favorites. He fell in love with white beans, Marseille beans, northern beans, you might can call them, even navy beans, a variety of, that he really fell in love with while traveling through the south of France, and basically brought them back and incorporated it into his diet. I also have something else that is very intriguing, that it's an herb that I use a lot in cooking because I used to work in the south of France in Marseille. But to find this grown here in Monticello is amazing. It's lavender. I use it much later with the herb barley that I'm doing as a side dish for the fricassee, which is another one of Jefferson's favorite, which is just a chicken fricassee. Chicken were plenty around, and a chicken fricassee would have been an easy fixing for the chefs. It wouldn't be as much cumbersome as some of the other dishes that he had on his menu. So we're going to get started right now. You want to soak the beans overnight, because if you would want to make the bones unsoaked, it wouldn't work for you. So obviously I soaked the beans already and I drained the water out of it. You want to take slop bacon. You don't have to use slop bacon. You could also use regular layer bacon and cut it. But what's nice about the slop bacon is you can make nicer chunks, because quite frankly, the way I like to make the soup is be nice chunks like so. Now if you don't want to put bacon into it, it's not a problem. You don't have to have bacon in it to make the soup work out. And now in the last minute, you add in some mushroom. Now, being that we're here in Monticello, and being that we have Thomas Jefferson's garden a couple yards away, we're obviously going to use fresh mushroom. However, if you don't get fresh mushroom, dry mushroom is okay. The garlic for that, by the way, not a real fine chop, like about so. The reason that big chunks of garlic is also good, that I think many times in modern cooking, if somebody doesn't like garlic, it's very easy to fish it out. If it's really finely minced into it, you won't have as much of a chance. But either way, whatever you prefer, okay? And the onions you want to chop coarse. Big, quick chop there. First thing we're going to do, put the bacon into the pan. I want to sizzle that a little bit because we want to get the flavor out of the bacon. Now, obviously, if you would do this without bacon, you would have to use some vegetable oil or some butter. Like I said, coarse chop is good. And the bacon is making a nice sound, so let's check on it. It should be ready. Beautiful. All right. Garlic first. Now go the onion. We give this a little bit of time just to kind of get it translucent. Once the onions are translucent, then we top off the beans, the Marseille beans or the northern beans, whatever beans you want to use. The same recipe also works with kidney bean. If you want to do a kidney bean soup, any kind of beans would work. And then we top it off with water, salt, a little bit of pepper, and we let it boil until the beans fall apart, and voila, the soup can be eaten. Remember, last moment, it gets the tomato, and it gets the mushroom. My bacon, garlic, and onion mixture is ready. Let me go get it. Yep, perfect. Okay, that's just the way you want it. Look at that. Translucent, like I said, just translucent. You don't want any color on that. Now I'm adding in the beans that are pre-soaked. Gotta find a bay leaf over there. Salt. The herbs, the mushroom goes in later, and so does the tomato. Now today, I'm obviously blessed to be able to utilize real tomatoes. When I buy them sometimes and they call themselves heirloom tomatoes, they may or may not be the same quality of tomatoes as that. Those ones have high acidity. That's what you want in here, because the beans by itself don't have a lot of acidity. Okay, your navy bean soup is ready to go on the fire. Cooking time maybe 45 minutes until the beans fall apart and you're in business. The only thing missing is the marjoram and the tomato. Come with me to visit Peter Hatch, Director of Gardens here in Monticello, to see what an 18th century garden is all about.
Though I am an old man, I am ever but a young gardener.
Well, I think that Jefferson's interest in gardening really arose from this wide-eyed curiosity. In this garden itself, you see this playfulness. This was Jefferson's retirement garden between the age of 67 and 83. He'd come out here bent over, arthritic, and sow his peas year after year after year. At the age of 83, he got obsessed with giant cucumbers that were grown in a Cleveland, Ohio garden, and he wrote the governor and asked him for these giant cucumbers and gave them to all his friends. It was a magnificent obsession.
Thomas Jefferson's love for gardening grew during the time he spent in Philadelphia. He received seeds from William Bartram, whose father John was America's first botanist and naturalist. The Bartrams encouraged Jefferson's magnificent obsession.
After my presidency, we leveled a 1,000-foot plot for a garden. I separated it into sections, and over the years I grew over 70 different basic plant varieties, but within those varieties, I constantly experimented. I had 25 different kinds of peas. I had over 30 kinds of beans. I worked very hard to try to introduce new kinds of plant species into America.
His garden and plantation became his laboratory. Jefferson kept fantastic records of what he grew in his garden in something that he called the garden book.
Peter, when I went to the garden book, it's just amazing how persistent he was and getting different seeds to him. Sending letters, please send me this, please send me that. And in return, he sent seed too to his friends, and back and forth. So it was their own little seed emporium, if you will,
Right.
in the 18th century.
And he believed in sharing. And he didn't care about the success in this garden. He'd often always share something with a better gardener.
Peter, was the garden a metaphor for Thomas Jefferson?
I think it was sort of a dance with the elements of nature. Jefferson believed this holistic balance between the wild nature on the one hand and the cultivated garden. He believed they could coexist really organically and holistically. And unfortunately, sometimes today we think of gardening as being like war. So it's nice to fall back upon Jefferson's balanced belief in that relationship between the garden and nature.
Being here in Monticello today, obviously I'm blessed because I get to use the real tomatoes, the purple calabash, that you hear about it, chefs like me search for it. Sometimes we buy it, we get it, or we don't get it, but today I got it. I would not deseed them. They have a very, very fine seed comparison to the other tomatoes that you're familiar with. You cut them in nice little dice, like so. When the soup is almost completed, you add it into it. By mean almost completed, so that you still have the tomatoes whole. That's about enough for the recipe I got. While I'm doing that, I might as well also cut the marjoram. Now, as I said, fresh marjoram, not easy to find. You can get it in specialty stores and in some shops that specialize in herbs, but unfortunately, like so many herbs, they come out of a hothouse, you might as well even buy them. Go and stay mit dry, because the hothouse herbs have zero flavor. Obviously, everybody had chicken in the 18th century, but many of the books will make it very clear that the chicken was just not eaten like we eat chicken today in our society. No, chicken was kept to lay eggs, and eggs were necessary for a lot of the baking that took place, and obviously also for breakfast food and brunch. But for special occasions, a chicken would have been slaughtered. In a house like Jefferson, where it was important to show off, I would assume that the chicken fricassee was on the menu many a times. To make a chicken fricassee, it's real simple. You want to buy a nice chicken, ideally not a frozen one, if you can get it. You want to cut it real simply. Just take a sharp knife to it, cut to the bone, just like so. Take it down. Take a bigger knife, break the neck, break the backbone, and do the same thing on the other side. Here, just take the neck bone. You take the leg off like so, cut it, and cut it right down the middle. Here we go. Take the breast, cut it in half. Take the little wing tip, cut it off like so. 1, 2, 3. Do the same with the other side. Wing off. Same thing over here. Gotta do. One more time over here. And the chicken is done. This is how you want to cook it. It's cooked on the bone. There are many recipes that will tell you that are not on the bone. These are different recipes. These are like blanket of chicken or boneless chicken fricassee. This one just goes like that. All we're going to do now is we're going to put salt on it and a little bit of white pepper. Here we use white pepper because we don't want to see the sparks of black pepper that comes on it. And at this stage, you want to make sure you have the rest of your, what we call mise en place, the rest of your ingredients ready, which is pearl onions that are already peeled. I have mushrooms, whole mushrooms for this particular recipe. White wine. Hope finally I get to drink some white wine. It's about time. We're using today, being that we are here in Jefferson's terroir, we're using a little Pinot Gris. Is Pinot Gris a good wine for this? Excellent wine for that. A Riesling would be equally good. And I know that Thomas Jefferson traveled to the Mosel area of Germany and fell in love with Rieslings and had Rieslings here. Let me see how this one tastes. Oh, spectacular. It's going to be great. All right, next, we're going to get a little Dutch oven going. My pot is hot. It was just I wanted. But I put a little butter into it. You could use oil, butter, anything would work. And just like so, add the chicken right into it. And the interesting recipe, when you cook it this way, the mushrooms and the pearl onions, believe it or not, go in this early already, because the chicken will cook at a very, very quick time, and the onions obviously take time. Many times when you see recipes, they tell you to pre-blanch the onion, but in this particular scenario, we put the onions in right now, just like that. Then we're going to put some mushrooms, whole mushrooms like this, so. And then comes the beauty, as I said earlier, of putting a good wine like this. Actually, the Pinot Gris would be perfect for that. Absolutely perfect. Pinot Gris and heavy cream. How can you go wrong with that? We're not counting calories. It's all about flavor. And it's all about the 18th century. And it's all about the taste of history. So when I have it like that at this stage, I'm going to put it back on the fire. It won't take long at all. 20 minutes maybe, depending on the age of the chicken, and you're done. Salt. A little bit, and again white pepper in here because you don't want to see the sparks of the pepper. It goes on the fire. Let it cook for a little bit. Next we're going to make the barley, and we're ready to eat. How is that? The barley is readily available in grocery stores. You want to just boil it like pasta, and then what we do here in this recipe. The barley is pre-cooked, so obviously you boil it, you cook it. I already done this, put it aside. Now we're going to do is we have a lot of ingredients that go in there, and really the sky is the limit for that. Today, because our luck had it, we have fresh lavender with something that we would have found in the south of France. We have some shallots here. We cut up some shallots. You can put garlic in it. You can leave the garlic out of it. It depends. Whatever really, there is really no right or wrong. Nor is there a precise recipe that you'll find that will tell you how to make an herb barley. It really depends what you want to do. What's unique with my herb barley, however, is, as you know, Philadelphia laid on the southern trade route, so we got a lot of spices in it. Mine has curry powder, which some other people may or may not use. So it has curry powder. It has, as I mentioned earlier, the lavender, which I'm going to just put a little bit of the stock. Chop this up. Oh, golly, chop this up fine. It's beautiful. It has a great aroma. Great aroma. Lavender. I'm going to reach for a little bit of tarragon, a little bit of oregano. I would not put any hard herbs into it. Hard herbs meaning thyme is okay if it's not really dry, but no rosemary I wouldn't use because it's too hard in it. So here we go. Chop that all up, and Okay, I put this in my bowl here for a second. Oh, the smell of it is spectacular. All these different herbs, combination of it's just absolutely good. And I'm going to now make the beurre manier, which is really used to tie up the entire fricassee. You see me putting no flour in there, or no other starch, like potatoes or other things you could do. No, it's just tied up later last moment with a concept that's called beurre manier. And even in, obviously, Jefferson, a big Francophile, but even today, throughout the United States, it's used as a word. Beurre manier translated means hand butter, beurre manier. And what you do is you take butter that you have in room temperature, and you just put it in a big bowl. And then what you want to do, equal parts. So it's very simple, very simple concept to use. Because what you do is you use equal flour to butter. Just put it in a bowl and mix it together into a paste, you would say. Does it have a lot of calories? Who is counting? We're here in Monticello. We're not counting calories. It's all about quality. It's all about taste of history. It's all about freshness and goodness and all the stuff that we've forgotten. I haven't forgotten it. All right, here we are. It's just the way you want to do it. Maybe a little bit more flour into it. And this is a classical thickening to use it because you don't take a chance for your sauce to curdle or to burn when you use this system, because you really do it all last moment. Okay. Done. All I want to do is put some butter in the spider. And while I'm here already, put the shallots right in and put it on the fire. The shallots, I want no color. I want no color on the shallots. I just want them, what you call a little bit translucent. Like I said, the barley already cooked. The curry powder is here. The herbs is here. Peppermill is next. That goes in there. You can or you don't like. Nutmeg is good in it as well. I put a little bit in it. Also maize, which is the outer skin of the nutmeg, works extremely well as well. So either way. Give it a second. The chicken is looking good. The shallots are perfect. So now I can just put the barley into it. Herbs. Curry, a couple strokes of nutmeg. We toured the estate of Monticello. Now let's see the dependencies. Hey Justin, so great to see you. Tell me, demystify dependencies for me.
These are the areas for food storage, for beverage storage and processing. It's where livestock, where vegetables are coming in.
So I would have most likely been stationed down here.
You would have been right here in the kitchen. This is where we've rebuilt Jefferson's 8 opening stew stove. And so I know you know how these things function, but we have these cast iron grates at the top. Use charcoal here. An ash pit clean out below.
The idea of that is very practical, because if you want to have something that simmers, much easier here than simmering over the big open fire, because you can control the heat.
This is the one little indication of service happening below.
And so we are now above the kitchen right there, right?
That's right. We're on the south terrace. We're directly above the kitchen. In fact, there's Jefferson's greenhouse, which adjoins the bedchamber right here. Right, you can walk right out onto this terrace. We have this formal space up above. And visually, all of these workspaces are they're sunken below. So it's quite a literal.
What a smart plan! You get it out of sight. You know what I mean?
Now we're underneath that south terrace, where we're looking at the chimney, heading from the kitchen here behind us, on our way to the cellars of the house. Actually, underneath the house.
Boy, I didn't realize I made such a dent in the inventory. I've been here for a few days and the cellar is empty. What happened?
It's just as bad as when Lafayette visited Jefferson's retirement.
I believe that.
So here you need to check out this original door. It's obvious that the contents of this room were very precious to Jefferson. Double locks, all of this iron strap work reinforcing that door. So the key here was fortification.
Absolutely. Well, I got to it this time.
So. I don't know how you got in.
Beautiful, though.
You make a joke, Walter, but it really is true. After Lafayette's visit, Jefferson noted that they had basically depleted the entire wine cellar of its contents. Yeah.
No wonder he got in debt.
Next on the list is the ice house.
And he was known for the construction of the ice house. In all documentations, you read, he was just not genius.
It's a really unique space. So inside you have nearly a year's supply of ice.
Most people today, we take ice for granted. We have an ice machine in every gas station. In the 18th century, ice was an absolute symbol of elegance.
Very precious commodity.
Yeah. Well, how did it all happen? How did the ice get here?
They would divert little channels from the river to make shallow pools. Of course, shallow enough, that would freeze, and then they would just continue to reharvest that.
It wasn't the ice forests catching the rocks, you know.
Right. It's not the sort of mid-19th century blocks that you might think of, but just ice thrown in here and then packed into a solid mass, insulated with straw. We were talking about the insulation, and it would have lasted, believe it or not. I think the longest it lasted was maybe November. Interestingly, here from the ice house, right next door, we have the North Privy.
Let's check it out.
After you.
Okay, let's check out my handiwork. How beautiful is that? You want to take the chicken and you put it on a platter. Like so. Then we take the parmentier. A little bit more cream in here. A little more white wine. You get a taste of that, making sure it's right. To die for. Well, I tell you, beautiful. Now, I'm just going to take the sauce, ladle it over the chicken. You see, the mushrooms and the onions are whole. And as I mentioned earlier, my chef's tip was make sure if you check on the onion, you know your chicken is done. It's an ironic little thing, but it actually works and it's the truth. All right, here we go. Beautiful parsley from the garden right here from Monticello. Parsley. And voila, let's get the soup and check on it. Oh, beautiful. Acai beans, look at that. The soup right in front here. And we got our barley that you noticed. I don't want to really cook it too much because the barley is already cooked, and the vegetables I want to have the herbs I want to have nice. I would garnish with a nice sprig of parsley here. Here we go. So let's recap what we got here. We have the white bean, navy bean, acai beans, whatever you want to call them, soup that you can do with or without bacon. You have the chicken fricassee a la Thomas Jefferson, which is a very clean tasting dish, pearl onions and mushrooms. And remember my tip, when the onions are done, the chicken is done. And we have the barley that has curry and different variety of herbs. But today we're so lucky that we were able to have fresh lavender that's in it that we only use in the south of France. So here you go, another tribute to Thomas Jefferson and Monticello. And I'm drinking a cup of Thomas Jefferson's wine, and I salute you, Thomas Jefferson.